What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Unknown Coding channel, YouTube's premier powder coating how-to channel. So today I just have a quick video on a topic I get asked about fairly often, and that's about mill thickness on powder. I've never really covered it on this channel before. I know that I've done it in some of the live frequently asked question type scenarios, or live Q&As, I should say. But like I said, I've had to answer this question quite a few times, and it's often enough I figured it was time to make a video for you guys about it. So I'm going to go over that while I coat this book return box for a library from a few hours away. Because this is a government contract, they actually require a specific mill thickness. It calls it out in the paperwork when they send over the contract. So, and this customer does in fact check each time. So, it's pretty crucial that we work within their specific guidelines. So the first thing we're going to do is just be applying some primer. I actually have a whole video coming out about the do's and don'ts of primer and the different types of primer and what they're useful for or less useful for, I guess, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, we're going to coat this entire inside of this box. Now, they have mill thickness gauges that you can measure before curing. I have seen all sorts of problems with those, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know everything about them. I'm just saying I've seen too many problems with them to make it something that I'm willing to utilize consistently. Ultimately, once you start to know the powder that you're using and the equipment that you're using, you can actually typically tell if you're within the proper mill thickness. And the thing is, optimal mill thickness is important mostly for like durability and longevity of the coating. Especially in applications where surfaces are subject to like frequent use, exposure to harsh conditions, or like damage, things of that nature. Getting the right mill thickness becomes, pretty crucial. Since it's super important in industries like automotive, construction, aerospace, stuff like that, where durability is like a big deal. Now that I'm done laying on the ground to get this all sprayed, this was actually a nightmare because this did have to get coated 3 separate times. And the way that this has to be racked to go in the oven, ultimately ends up with me laying on the ground, which you'll see, a couple times throughout this video, unfortunately. So we're just continuing on with the primer here. It's got the big box, and then there was like a door, and I think there's actually some small panels that are kind of off frame right here. I did want to say, if you guys, think this video or my other videos bring you value of any kind, and you just want to support the channel, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, and you can quit at any time. But likes, shares, subscribing, all of those things help us get these videos in front of more people, and ultimately will bring more videos in front of your eyes. So as we finish up the primer process on these, we're going to roll this out. This actually was really heavy. It was made of a fairly thick steel, all things considered, which was also weird because I had an aluminum door. But we get this thing rolled in to get this primer flowed out, and then we're going to be on to the mill thickness gauge. So I'm not going to go through the breakdown of these. Most mill thickness gauges are the same. You put them on, hit the button. Some of them are preset, so you can put them on and it'll just auto detect what the thickness is. That is this one, so you can drop it down. We're looking for a mill thickness anywhere between 2 and 3 on this primer coat. Ultimately, we're going to end up around 5 with the color coat on, which is just going to be a gloss white. But as you can see, we're definitely between 2 and 3. Some parts are a little thinner than others, but anything between 2 and 3 is going to be fine. And this, we primed the inside. I don't remember if I actually checked the inside. I did check the sides and got it right. But once everything is good to go, we're going to go ahead and throw it back in and start doing the color coat. Now, this had to be done white inside as well. Not entirely sure. I believe this is actually mounted on a wall facing out of the wall, so I guess it does matter, and I guess it could get water and stuff inside. People are returning wet books or something. I guess I don't really know, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe it could just get rained on. The other thing about mill thickness is it also plays a role in achieving like the kind of the desired aesthetic outcome. Powder coating is often chosen for its ability to provide smooth and uniform finishes. So applying the correct mill thickness ensures that the coating adheres properly and avoids issues like uneven coverage, sags, color variations, things like that. So consistent thickness contributes to a part that looks good and it also wears well, which is going to be important. Another important factor about mill thickness, I guess, or controlling it rather, is not having material waste. So being able to control your material output and minimize waste, especially in like a production type facility, is really important. So applying more powder than necessary would increase your costs, obviously, but can also lead to some of the operational challenges, such as like longer cure times and higher energy consumption, things like that. Insufficient mill thickness, where it's too thin, can also lead to like rework and premature coating, which if you're offering a warranty is obviously going to be a real bummer for you. I know most coders aren't going to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a testing unit, or even up to like $1,000 for a testing unit, but this actually is a pretty important thing if you're going to be need to meet performance expectations of customers. So just something to consider. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This thing actually ended up being perfect. The whole thing was between like 4.8 and 5.2 by the time it was done. I swear that I had gotten a video of checking it again, but I didn't. And this is kind of the completed unit. It sticks out of a wall somewhere. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I look forward to the next one.